Good day to everyone. It gives us immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of the 3-month publication-driven program, Phase 1 CADD for Beginners, organized by Naibaman Bioinformatics Europe. I'm Bhavani here, and I'm excited to begin this incredible journey with you all, which will run from today until 20th of June 2025. This program marks a significant step in our continued mission to make high quality bioinformatics education accessible, impactful, and publication oriented. This program is tailored for beginners eager to explore the world of structure based drug discovery. Across the next few weeks, participants will gain not only theoretical understanding but also practical proficiency in modern bioinformatics tools and techniques used in drug design. To begin with, I would like to introduce about Naiboman Bioinformatics Europe. Naiboman Bioinformatics was established in 2019 in honor of the legacy of our esteemed mentors, Professors N. Yatendra Rao, Bernard Hoffman, and Manuel Tauchi. Our vision is to revolutionize bioinformatics education and solutions by creating a comprehensive nexus where individuals can access learning, services, and career opportunities all in one place. We offer a wide range of services, including EdTech learning platform, bioinformatics services, and bioinformatics consultation, designed to equip bioinformatics experts and skills. Our end-to-end solutions cover sequence, structure, and function with advanced data processing and visualization. To learn more about us, please visit our website www.naiberman.com. To ensure you get the best out of this program, we have email and program guide to all the participants. This guide includes everything you need to know about the platform which we will use. Number one is the Telegram discussion forum used for addressing any technical questions and also discussion with our tutors and fellow participants. Number two is the Google Classroom, where session recordings and study materials will be available. Please join the classroom using your Gmail account as other email providers are not supported by the platform. We do have Google Drive link share, which is used to access the datasets and study materials. Kindly subscribe our YouTube channel to view the session recordings. We also request all the participants to join this platform to stay updated with the important information. We are not responsible if you didn't join and miss any important update. The guide also includes the Zoom meeting link, which will remind the same for all the live session. The detailed schedule is available on page 3 of the guide. So please be sure you check it regularly. Now, I would like to take a moment to outline the placement roadmap for those who have enrolled in the 3-month publication program. So I kindly request everyone to pay a close attention. As part of the phase 1, we have assessment 1. Each participant is required to submit a report outlining the pipeline followed from day 1 to day 6. Based on the quality and insight reflected in the individual report submitted, groups will be formed on day 7. To foster a balanced group dynamics and maximize learning outcomes, participants will be strategically grouped with top and least performers assigned on separate teams. This ensures both peer learning and a diverse work environment. Each group will then proceed to work on a unique protein target, applying the entire CAD pipeline in a hands-on project-based format throughout the program. Our assessment tool is a mini project which will culminate in group presentation and evaluated at the end of phase 1 to access the understanding, teamwork, and scientific reasoning demonstrated by each team. Furthermore, participants' performance in Assessment 1 and Assessment 2 also determine eligibility for performance-based discount, with top teams and receiving and discount cost expanding up to 500 nanoseconds of MD simulation. Next, I'd like to announce the NEC assessment guidance for 15-day registered participants. Please pay attention, friends. A standard CAD pipeline will be taught using one common demo protein, ensuring all participants gain hands-on experience with consistent tools and workflow. Participants will be asked to submit a detailed report covering the work done during day 1 to 6. Based on the quality of individual reports submitted, mini project groups will be formed on day 7. This ensures a fair and skill-based grouping process. Throughout the program, all groups will continue working on the same demo building, applying the pipeline collaboratively as part of the mini project. This mini project will be assessed through group presentation at the end of the program, evaluating both technical understanding and teamwork. As an incentive, only members of top performing group will receive a 10% discount on all Neighborman paid events in 2025. The top presenter will also be honored with the title of Best Performer and will also receive a 10% discount for 2025 events of Neighborman. In a nutshell, let me walk you through the 3 key assessments that form the foundation of the evaluation process for participants enrolled in the program. First, we have grouping assessment, which is based on the individual report submitted for day 1 to 6. Second, we conduct a team assessment. Each group should choose a representative to present your team's work. Each presentation will last for 10 minutes. Kindly focus on sharing your project progress as finalized outcome alone is not required. As mentioned earlier, a top performing group and an individual will receive some incentives. Third and finally, there will be a quiz which serves as a final step to obtain your certificate. This quiz is exclusively for 15 days interns which will be conducted after the mini project presentation to test your understanding of the foundational concepts and tools covered during the program. It is divided into 5 sections, each aligned with the core module of the program. A minimum score of 30% is required to qualify for a certificate with a score printed on it. Please do note, participants with less than 60% attendance or those who do not take up the quiz will be eligible only for the participation certificate. All the assessment details are also clearly outlined in our official program guide, which has been shared with you. We encourage each of you to go through it thoroughly. If you have any doubts or need any clarification at any point, please don't hesitate to reach out the admin team via the official Telegram discussion forum. Before we proceed further, I would like to take a moment to address an important opportunity available for those who have registered only for the CADD internship as well as for our MD internship participants joining via live stream. You have the option to upgrade to the 3-month publication-driven program, which offers extended training and the valuable opportunity to publish your research work under expert guidance. Please be reminded that the deadline for upgrading is still day 6 of the program. After this date, no further upgrades or registration will be accepted. Post-program for any inquiries or support. Here, you can reach us at EdTech and training related queries via info@nagoman.com. For any bioinformatics services related to our expertise, such as structural bioinformatics, cheminformatics, multi-omics, programming, and much more, reach us at service@nagoman.com. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the dedicated team who will be guiding and supporting us throughout this program. We have Dr. Chandrasekhar Polasamy, our lead tutor and structural bioinformatics expert at NIBOMAT, who will be your primary mentor for this program. Supporting him, Dr. Vasavi, serving as a co-tutor and manuscript support, who will assist you in both technical learning and preparing your publication. We also have Dr. Hemavati, who brings her expertise in manuscript review and MD simulation and provide advanced support. Ms. Bhavani, our internship technical coordinator, who will be a point of contact for all technical logistics and coordination. And finally, Ms. Sonika, handling manuscript writing support and guide us through the scientific writing process. Together, this experienced team is committed to ensuring that your learning is comprehensive, progress is well supported, and final output is publication ready. As we begin this journey, it's important to recognize the guidance and expertise that will shape your learning experience. At the heart of this program, a dedicated mentor, whose knowledge and commitment has empowered countless students in the field of bioinformatics. With great pleasure, I now invite you to meet the person who is our lead tutor of the program, Dr. Chandrasekhar Polasamy. Dr. Chandru is a structural bioinformatics lead at Niboman Bioinformatics India. He has previously worked as a project assistant at ICMR Delhi and a postdoctoral fellow at IIT Madras. He also served as a teaching and research associate at Velu Institute of Technology while pursuing his doctorate. During his tenure at IIT Madras, he employed several quantum mechanics and molecular mechanics techniques to demonstrate the structural stability and functional activity of natural antimicrobial peptide derived from the skin secretion of rock from the genus Lepidopteris. He has a clinical experience from Department of Biochemistry at Madurai Kamaraj University, where he worked as a research assistant under Indian Council of Medical Research grant entitled Identifying Novel Biomarkers in Cardiac Arrhythmia-Induced Rat and Evaluating their Significance on Human Serum Sample. He has authored around 10 peer-reviewed journal publications and also one book chapter. We are confident that the right mentorship and your dedication, this program will lay a strong foundation for your scientific publication and open doors to deeper exploration in bioinformatics and drug design. So, without further delay, I now hand over the virtual stage to Dr. Chandrasekhar Polasamy, who will lead us in the core of this exciting journey. Thank you all for this opportunity. Over to you, Doctor.
So thank you so much for the introduction, Ms. Bhavani. I'm very happy to meet you all. So along with me, we have three more people, as Ms. Bhavani have introduced, like Dr. Vasavi and Ms. Sonika and Dr. Hema. I also welcome you all on behalf of it. Dear team, I want to ensure whether my slide is visible.
Not yet. It's not been shared. Yes,
How about now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes. So I welcome you again, my dear participants. I would be happy if you are making an interactive session today. Fine. So what is this program is about? It's called computer-aided drug design. Am I right? How many of you are having an experience in this topic? I would be happy even if you have a thumbs up on it. How many of you have heard of it? Are already familiar of it? No one? Totally all are unfamiliar? Yes. So Priyadashini is giving the thumbs up. Okay, except Priya, others are new to this topic. Am I audible first of all? Because next 30 minutes we are going to engage together. So I want all of your participation. Yes? Good, good, fine. Thank you all. Fine. So today's topic will be computer-aided drug design, right? So first of all, let us try to understand what is called drug. Yes, what is called drug? Why drugs are used? See, drugs are just chemicals, or it can be a compound. Drugs are, these compounds are not only used for complete cure, it also can be used for halting the disease. Am I right? They can also be used for halting a disease or preventing the disease, or sometimes just ease the symptoms. Like we are having some antipyretics, fine? The symptoms like having high fever, it may reduce the fever. Or some of the drugs will just be given only to diagnose the illness, that not even to confirm or prevent the disease, just to diagnose. So hope everyone got an idea about what is a drug. And you might have an idea previously, but this is a very exclusive definition. Looking at the picture, what you can understand? Right from the day of caveman, when we started the civilization, we have started giving drugs, taking drugs. See, once upon a time in the million years ago, okay, at the time, what happened? We will try to infect the monkeys. For example, we are trying to infect the monkeys like a stomach infection and let the monkey free. The monkey will go and pick up leaf, and scientists have found those leaves have some important significance, and they started working on it, right? So that is a strategy of caveman. But what about a computer man today, in today's era? In today's era, we are not only using our human mind, we are also using the power of machine. The machine here I denote machine language, machine learning, correct? It's a creative collaboration like make, test, analyze, and design. Hope you have an idea of what is called machine and mind. So in today's era, we are having millions of drugs to be produced. But the problem is all these drugs are not coming to the market. So hope everyone are clear about drugs, I hope. Let's also come to a practical interactive session. How many of you are pharmacists here? Is there any pharmacist in the team? Yeah, Swati Jadhav is a pharmacist. What about others? Please be interactive. Yes, just give a thumbs. Yeah, Chowdhury is there. So no more pharmacist. Only 2 people. Fine. Let me put the question in this way. How many of you have went to pharmacy in your life? Almost everyone. Am I right? Correct. Every one of us might have went to pharmacy. Correct. So look at the cost of a drug. How much you might have paid for a paracetamol? A generic paracetamol of 500. Yes. Oh, sorry. Swati is not a pharmacist. Yes. 13 rupees or 20 rupees. Can anyone say from the audience your highest price you have paid and got a drug? 100, 200, that's it. No one want to speak out? All are passive listeners?
It always depends on, like, if it's like a fancy brand, then it's more. If it's a like a normal, not so popular brand, a local company, then it's less. It's always
Little
like that.
less. Oh, great.
Yeah.
So any popular brand you bought and gave some thousands of rupees somewhere? No?
Cipla, maybe, like, um, yeah.
Okay. Okay, we are talking about the drugs for a common disease. What about drug for a very high-fi disease, like very tough disease? but scientists feeling tough to treat. Which is the malady of diseases? Malady, M-A-L-A-D-Y. Like very dangerous disease, fatal disease. Any idea?
Cancer.
Of course, the answer is there in the screen.
Yeah.
Which is the fatal disease?
Cancer.
Yeah, no doubt, cancer.
Mhm.
So, surprisingly, look at the price of the cancer drugs. What's the price of a cancer drug? 75,000. Correct. Per course, it is 75,000 accepting, where if the patients have to afford 17 courses of such drugs. Fine. Same way, look at the drug for Avastin, 1 lakh per cycle, again 8 cycles. So again, cancer is not curable. It is not incurable, but it is not affordable. Of course, we are not 100% sure that giving all these drugs will help the patients to recover, but at least we can reduce the pain, correct? And we can extend the time period of living. Again, look at Erbitux, 1 lakh per cycle. You guys get an idea? Like, oh, wow, these drugs are highly costly, correct? So you can have a research gap here. Being a biologist or a scientist who hope to bring uplift biology can take this as a wow. Like how to reduce those prices. Clear? Okay, let me ask this question. Why certain drugs are so costly? My dear friends, I have shown here drugs are costly. Am I right? Why it is costly?
Sir,
Is there any answer?
hello, sir, may I answer?
Please, please. Yes, please.
Sir, it may include development cost, means if the process is giving, like Kirtana said in the chat, less yield, or it is kind of costly process for getting highest purity of the drug, which is required by IP, right? 99% or kind of thing. So it depends on the process parameters or development cycle of the drug, because development of the molecule also is a big process, kind of
Correct.
10 years and all. So,
yeah, I partially agree with you. So development process is so costly. Yes, correct. What might be the other reason? Thank you, Indrani. Yes, what might be the other reason? Yeah, Ajita is saying it took decades to come to the market. So true. Correct?
Can I also say something?
Yes, please.
So it also is catered, the cancer drugs, especially for nowadays. If you're going for something like CAR-T treatment or something, then it's customized to the patient specifically, which is then going to take more catered and precise therapy, for which
Yeah,
the income cost then also increases. Sorry, yeah, the price point also increases.
so true. So true. So it is customized. The treatment is taking too much cost. It's also correct. Yeah, any other answer? So demand is also a factor. Drug is not available everywhere. Yes, I appreciate all of your answers. To summarize your answers, I'll put in this way that drug discovery is both time consuming and a tedious process. What it is a time consuming and tedious process. Like Ram went to Vanavas, like 14 years, a drug may require to come into the market. Okay, 14 years it may require. And what about the cost of a drug, bringing out a drug to the market? What do you mean by bringing the drug to the market? Who have to authorize it? Like this drug is consumable?
The
Again,
FDA.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Again, the answer is here, FDA. So
Ah.
someone can expand FDA?
The Federal Drug Organization.
Food and Drug Administration. Okay.
Yeah, Food and Drug.
Yes. So what they're trying to say is they are kind of a US authority. They have to approve it. Like nearly it costs $1 billion to success rate. Fine. Look at the cost. Like average cost is around 1,000 US dollars. Right? $1 million, which means roughly 1 billion, 1.7 billion. So costly and so time consuming. Let us try to understand why it is time consuming. So my dear friends, I took this slide from Alexsoft, a company where they say about drug discovery. So this drug discovery process can be otherwise called as what? Preclinical phase. Okay. Clinical phase and preclinical phase. Nearly 5 to 6 years is possible in preclinical phase. Can someone differentiate between vitro and in vivo? What is happening?
So in vivo means outside the body, and in vitro means inside the body. Means in vitro include trials in animals like mouse and all, while in vivo are kind of cell lines or
Yes. Yes, actually it should be ulta, like it's okay, fine. Like it should be like this. Yes. So inside the body and outside the body. Clear? Yes. So that is very important. Yeah. No, it's those software's mistake. Fine. So after completing this, nearly it is taking 5 to 6 years. Then phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Merely we are increasing the volunteers. So 3 to 6 months, 1 to 2 years, on 1 to 4 years, we are increasing. We are doubling the numbers, like tens, hundreds, and thousands. Correct? So which take another half of the process. Then drug review, FDA approval. Even after it comes to the market, people will have to follow the post-marketing monitoring. So friends, are you clear? Why it is so costly? One of the main reason is what? It's time consuming. Look at here. The process is not only time consuming. Why it is also tedious? Can you guess the reason why it is tedious? By looking at this picture. Before going further, let me put a question in another way. Have you ever heard of the term called PKPD?
Yes.
Who can expand?
So PK is
Nice
pharmacokinetics
movie, right?
and
PK is a
yeah,
nice movie, yes. Yeah.
and PD is the pharmacodynamics. So basically, if I put a drug in the body, then how it's reacting in a kind of mathematical way. So how much concentration is affecting the area under the curve, and how much that's more on the mathematical number side. So absorption, elimination, distribution, and metabolism.
Very
The
good.
ADME.
So what it is called as? PK or PD?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get.
So, no,
It's
you told about absorption.
yeah, PK. It's
Fantastic,
the
fantastic.
pharmacokinetics.
Okay, good. Then what is PPD?
It's the pharmacodynamics of the drug.
So what happens there?
Is it okay if I answer, or somebody else maybe wants to answer?
Yes, anyone have to help your friend? Like add up your friend. Your friend knows the answer. She's giving the chance to others. Yes, I'm happy.
Pharmacodynamics, it basically tells us how powerful the drug is and how it reacts with the body.
Good.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you. So you guys are getting what they're trying to say?
yes, sir.
Yes, who can sum up then? What is PK then? Okay, let me put a sum up. PK is none other than what body does to the drug. How can I say? What body does to the drug. See, I'm having a oral drug. I have a knee pain. Fine. For that reason, I'm consuming a oral drug. Right. What happens if I consume? What is the fate of the oral drug? Friends, what happened to the oral drug?
It will get. I'm only answering. Sorry. So it will auto.
No,
At some.
you are always welcome to answer, please.
So once you ingest the drug, it will first be distributed. First, it would be absorbed, then distributed, then metabolized, and eventually excreted out of the system.
Yes. So we are consuming a drug. Fine. The drug we are consuming. Sorry for the very long face. Yeah, we are consuming the drug. And you said like it will undergo 5 properties, right? Absorption, distribution, metabolism, excretion, and toxicity. So it have to enter into stomach as if we are having food. then it have to enter into the intestine. So where it have connection with the blood? Only in the intestine. The GI tract, it will connect with the blood. Correct? Once it connect with the blood, that might go and lead to the knee. So by this way, the body will make the drug to lead. So what body does to the drug is called PK. So this kind of property is very important in our study. That will be taught by our tutors. Same way, the very core of this topic is PD. Putting this in ulta, what drug does to the body? So in the first case, we have to frame the drug in such a way it reaches the site of action, correct? In the second case, hope it reached the site of action. Okay, it came to my knee. What should happen there? It have to dilate my place. So we have to let the drug to act there. That is called pharmacodynamics. Guys, everyone got it clear? Let me have a thumbs up so that you are clear. Quick thumbs up, please. Very good. Thank you. So if you give a thumbs up, I can assume that everyone are listening. Don't lower. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Next time, rather giving thumbs up, we can have a hand raise so that we can sustain that. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. So that is about pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. Clear? Let us go back to this. So in the first stage, we imagine we are having 10,000 compounds. All these compounds won't go and influence this, correct? Like we are not 100% sure that how this 10,000 compounds are going to influence. Then,
Hello, Dr. Chan. Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt you.
yes,
We do have one request in chat to explain. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what to explain. Would you
Yes,
like
sir.
to take the question in between or towards the end of the session?
Yeah, of course I
When-
can take. If it is very important, I can take. Yes. Re-explain PK and PD. Yes, Akintude. Thanks for letting me know, Ms. Bhavani. It's good we address that in there. Yeah. Yes. So I'm explaining, please listen. See, we are consuming a drug. Am I right, Mr. Onolapo? Okay. We are consuming the drug. The drug have to reach the site of action. Okay. Imagine I'm consuming the drug for my knee pain. So it have to reach my knee. So in the journey of the drug, the body will what? The body will respond to the drug. How the body responds to the drug is called PK, pharmacokinetics. Clear? If you understood, please give a thumbs up to us. Thumbs up option will be down below. You can find it like react. Yes, good. Same way, there is an the PD stands for how the drug, what drug does to the body. Imagine the drug reaches the body and the drug have to interact with the receptors, correct? See, drug is none other than a chemical compound. It have to interact with the receptor. Once it interact with the receptor, that action might be blocked or that action might be increased. So I have a very beautiful picture for it. I'll show in a couple of minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. I'll show that. Thank you. Let me proceed further. Yes. So guys, so moving back. So out of 10,000 compounds, might be for the preclinical trial development, they might have took only 250 compounds. Fine. And the 250 compounds, again, we have to evaluate the safety on the body, where it mostly deals about the PK. In the drug discovery, we'll concern more about the PD. We'll concern more about the PD. While we have to develop into a clinical phase, then we have to concern about PK. Then we have to move on to the regulatory approval. So it's a very tedious process from 10,000 compounds. Then we further arrive in one compound. Fine. Here comes the magic bullet. CADD is a magic bullet here. Okay. See, I'm saying I'm joining in a company and saying that I can save you nearly 500 to $1,000 million. Will they recruit me? Of course, correct? We are saving nearly 2 to 5 years. How we can save the 2 to 5 years? Any idea? Guys, I'm giving an answer. I want you to rephrase the question now. How I can save 2 to 5 years? I have saved 2 to 5 years. How it is possible? By using computational methods.
Yes, sir, definitely. Means we can screen the molecules via computational methods. Means on the receptors by collecting the heat molecules.
Correct.
Then we can explore the one with the biological activities by molecular dynamic studies kind of thing. And then we may proceed for the actual synthesizing and
Good. Good. So Indranil is giving an idea. He's saying that we can refine the receptor like an interaction. Can you guys understand what he's trying to say? It might be a very poor lock, but imagine this is a lock. Okay. I have to open the lock. What I have to do? I want to find a right key to open, correct? So that same thing happens here. See, for example, for some biological reason, it got locked or it got open. I want to lock it or open it. It depends. Okay. So we have to find the right key to open the lock. That kind of process is called docking. While docking, suppose he mentioned a term called dynamics, molecular dynamics. It's a kind of a video. So there's a huge difference between photo and video. Am I right? So if I'm posing like this and I'm smiling, it doesn't mean I'm always a smiling person. I may also have different emotions. The same way, a ligand interact with the protein will have different conformations. These technical terms on the go we will learn. But however, this is a magic bullet because the CADD have shortlisted several compounds. So instead of 10,000 compounds, I have to check for preclinical phase. By screening, by effective screening, I just shortlisted myself with 5 to 10 compounds. So I can reduce the cost and time. And I don't want the animals to test. I'll show how. I have a beautiful picture to show that. And I also can improve the success rate. Correct? All this by having a drug protein interactions. All this by having what? A drug protein interactions.
Dr. Chandra, we actually lost you.
No. Am I back? Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Okay.
So all drug protein interactions, clear? Fine. So by this way, we can save 2 to 5 years. Scientists have started saving it. And bioinformatics, that particularly CADD, look to be a very attractive one. The same like CADD, there is a thing in mechanical engineering called AutoCAD. You might have heard of AutoCAD. Anyone? I think by explaining that, this will be more easy, I guess. Yes, Bhuvana, can you explain for us?
Yeah, so AutoCAD.
Please carry on.
AutoCAD is a tool, like a software that helps in docking mechanisms to understand the binding efficiencies between a receptor and a ligand.
No, I am saying in mechanical engineering. In mechanical engineering, have you heard of CAD, AutoCAD? No?
no, it was Autodoc, what we were saying.
Yeah, she is saying about Autodoc. Okay. Good, thank you. See, AutoCAD is something I want to say this simulation dynamics is not only in the field of biology, it is all in the field of all kind of engineering. Okay. In AutoCAD, people used to design the brakes for a car. People used to design the shape of a car. Where, see, for example, I have to design a brake, whether I can make random brakes and make the driver to drive it. What if the brake is not capturing properly? It will crash, right? There is a danger for both the vehicle and the driver. So to prevent that, scientists will design in computers. The same way, we can't waste money or we can't give a lot of trials and errors. That's the reason we need the help of simulation. We need the help of computers. Yes. Yeah. Mr. Onalapo was saving the answer. It is used to drawing, mechanical, civil, and all fields of engineering. Correct. So you got an idea? Any doubts or any more points to be added? Dr. Vasavi ma'am, if you want to add some points, please, to the participants. It's okay if you are not available, fine. Fine. So hope we got an answer. What is called why it is time consuming and tedious. Guys, any doubts so far? Can we proceed further? If you have any doubts, you feel free to type or talk before we proceed further. Fine. If you are fine, please give a thumbs up or raise your hands, please. That will be more comfortable for me to understand. Yes. Keep your hands raised. Yes. So out of 29, I got only 12 hand raises. What about others? My dear friends, I'm sorry to raise your hands. Let us be interactive. Then only we can differentiate between a YouTube video and a live lecture, correct? Oh, good. So more than 15 have raised, 17 have raised their hands. Great. 18. Suddenly everyone are raising their hands. So looking at others raising the hands. Good. Anyhow, you're active. I'm happy for that. Thank you all. You can lower now. Thank you all. Okay. So far we have tried to understand what is PK, what is PD. And we have also understood how CADD have reduced the cost of a drug discovery. Fine. Let's jump into action. Let's take a case study. See, we are living in a land, particularly we Asians in India, both Chinese and Indian people are well known for traditional herbs. Even everywhere where tribal communities are there, they are well known for their traditional herbs. Am I right? So let us take a case study of it. So in India, we have a system of Ayurveda. If we come to South, we have a system of Siddha. There, they are recommending certain herbs and plants. Okay, herbs, certain spices for treating colon cancer. Have you guys heard of a term called colon? What is colon generally? A part of
Sir,
what?
it is a part of large intestine.
Correct, a part of large intestine. So what happens? This large intestine might tumors may form. Tumors may form anywhere in the body. Correct. Yes. So ancient people have found by consuming certain drugs at a proper rate and a proper composition, we can cure it. So one such case study we try to understand. So there was a lot of studies supporting that. A compound called caryophyllene extracted from such chemicals like I said spices, right? India is known for pepper. Okay, not only India, entire Southeast Asia is known for pepper. The spices are clove or copaiba, rosemary, and this you might have heard, cannabis. Cannabis is actually a dangerous drug people use for hallucination, but if it used in the right amount, they have an entire good compound called caryophyllene. So all such compound called caryophyllene is proven to treat the disease. So from the traditional literature, we got an idea that the compounds present in these plants can cure it. So with this information, as a scientist, how can I proceed further? Dear friends, you got an answer? Say, I just inspired of my traditional practice. Okay, and I found that certain chemicals, certain phytocompounds present in the plants can cure the cancer. So I got that idea. Now I have to proceed further. Where it is really curing. So this is called theory. Am I right? How this, this is called hypothesis. How this hypothesis becomes a theory?
When you experimentally verify it?
Exactly. When we experimentally verify, then we have to prove it, right? As you say, experimentally or computationally, we have to prove it. Yes, we have to validate it. Exactly. Yes, come on. you being a biologist, of course, I think most of you are doing bachelor's, masters. How many masters are here? Are finished their bachelor's? Sorry, I have not got the audience list. Is there any? Yes. Only one masters are here. Other people are just bachelor's. I think a lot of doctorates might be also here, I guess. Correct? Yes, good. Yes, come on. Those who have raised the hands, help me in understanding what is called CADD. Sorry, help me in understanding how to proceed further. Or help your team to understand. Just a guess. Nothing wrong in saying wrong. Nothing wrong. Even you can't say it properly. Yes. I have a list of compounds, man. What can I do further?
Sir, we will do essays, right? So,
Yeah, we can do the assays. In what kind of assays I can do?
MTT assay, sir.
Yeah,
yes.
directly jump into MTT assay. No need to extract it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to extract, correct. See, I have found there is an anti-cancer plant. Am I making sense? Yeah, I have an anti-cancer plant. What you do in your routine lab, you take those plant, you crush it, correct? And you'll add some methanol. Have you heard of a thing called methanolic extract? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So by
And
adding methanol, a proper solvent, yes. By adding proper solvent, we can bring out the chemicals. And to confirm it, we also go through some chromatography techniques, correct? GCMS, LCMS, to find the nature of compounds. And I will characterize using FTIR. Am I right? Fluorescent yes. Fourier transform, infrared, we'll do. Yes, we use several techniques. Okay, come into biochemical assays. There can be two ways, either in vivo or in vitro. The previous image, the letters have been overlapped, but this is the correct one. In vitro stands for test tubes. In vivo stands for in living cells. Okay, like in the case of test tubes, we can analyze, and in the case of living cells, we can analyze. Yes. So what we are trying to do, either we have to give to the cancer cells or we have to give to the animals. We have to induce cancer in those animals and try to give the drugs. Clear? So this is very tedious, am I right? If anyone have an experience in handling animals, how many days you will require for completing the project? Yes, guys. Any practical experience you want to share with us? See, next 30 days, or at least the next 15 days, we have to be as a family. We have to discuss the points like peer learning. I want all your complete participation. Then only we can make it a successful thing. We are the successful batch, third batch. We have to make it even more successful. Does anyone want to share some experience? No one? No one have experience in conducting animal studies? No one? Any cell studies? Okay. So don't worry. Even you don't have an experience, no problem. And even you don't have an experience, in future, I hope you will have an opportunity to learn this.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, I don't have experience in animal studies, but what I heard from my friend who is doing this animal studies is first they take a mice and inject it with the drug which is required. Then they take the blood samples of them and do that studies related to means the drug is affecting how much the concentration level of the drug in the that blood and all, and then about for 15 to 30 days they sacrifice the mice by in gas chamber or something like that. That is
correct
process I am aware of, just but that didn't hands-on experience.
Oh, Great. So you just inquire with your friend what he will do after dissecting it. Like he's sacrificing it, right?
Yes.
And how many groups of animals he have, everything he inquire. So thank you, Indranil, for sharing your experience. So that's all peer learning. You learn from your friend, correct? And you are shared with the other friends today. So that is very tough process. Am I right? Your friend might have shared this, right? It's a very tough process.
Yes, sir.
Even if you ask for, correct? Even if you ask for cell line, it's again tough process. That's the reason in the beginning we told it took nearly for 2 to 5 years to complete that process. But how we are going to cut short it? Just looking at the in silico procedure. I don't want a plant compound here. Rather, what I can do? I want to know only the name of the plant. See, today we are living in an era called information era. Correct? A land dumped with lot of data. Am I correct? Yes. Can anyone say the difference between data and information?
Data is unprocessed, information is processed.
Another process. Huh?
Processed means some sort of analysis is done on the data to get information.
Good, good. This I appreciate. So which is primary? Data or information is primary?
Sir, data is the primary.
Yes, data should be primary. Tanvin Kaur, it is not data is arranged. Information is only arranged. Data is only scattered. Tanvin have replied in the... Yes, you got right? Good. Any other examples between data and information? Of course, data is collected from a lot of sources. David Azir? Azir? Okay. I'll put in another way. Does anyone to add a point before I'm saying the answer?
Sir, I think Vladimir want to add something.
Yes, yes, Vladimir, please. Is someone typing somewhere or saying something?
No, I didn't want to add anything. Sorry.
Oh, okay, fine.
Sir, data are like raw facts, but information is basically a processed and organized data.
Okay, correct. In data is very raw, am I right? Correct. See, I'll put this way. So D for data, I for information, correct? So I am drawing a pyramid. In the pyramid, I'm putting data is very broad. For example, I'm putting numbers called 5, 10, 15, 20. What you can understand from this? I've given 4 numbers here. 5, 10, 15, 20. What are those? They are just mere numbers. Can you derive any information out of it?
The factors
It's
of
multiples of 5.
Yeah, multiples of 5. Good. Then anything else? Odd numbers are ending with 5. Even numbers are ending with zeros. Correct? The fourth
Yes,
digit,
sir.
if I divide by 4, I get the first one. I can find multiple patterns. Am I right from the data? Correct. So these kind of patterns are called information. When I accumulate this information, it becomes knowledge. So K for knowledge. K for what? Knowledge. When this knowledge is accumulated to the maximum, it becomes wisdom. So this is a philosophical pyramid, but this pyramid suits well with the information era. So today, with lot of data available, we are generating information. Simple. If we enter into a showroom, for example, you are going for a going for a clothes showroom or a food court. Just by looking at your bill, they will have a database. They will get your number, or even looking at your age, they will maintain a database. Who is buying when? All this database will give them an information. If that's the case, look about the scientific study. The scientific study with the data available are all stored as an information in the databases. Have you heard of the term called databases? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you all can take as a homework. You have to go to NCBI. Again, this homework is not a part of your some final submission, but you can submit the assignment separately. go to NCBI and list out what are the available databases in that NCBI. Actually, NCBI is not a database. NCBI is a database of databases. That is called data warehouse. Data warehouse. Anyone can expand NCBI? Any idea of NCBI?
National Center for Biotechnological Information.
Fantastic. So National Center for Biotechnological Information is maintained by US government, NIH. Okay. So they have several databases with them. So try to list out those. And again, if you go to EBI, again, what is EBI? It's a European Bioinformatics Institute. Fine. They also have a list of databases. Like that, it keeps on going. So those databases are having the information. Right. So in this point, what I have to say you is, I have a 2D structure of compounds. These 2D structures can be retrieved from a database called PubChem. Again, PubChem is a part of NCBI. Clear, my dear friends? PubChem is a part of what? NCBI. See, don't worry. We all will have practical session of these things. This is just an intro class. NCBI. Yes. So in NCBI, already certain scientist X have done the analysis and he might have uploaded the compounds present about this plant. Clear?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
Please,
can you
please.
repeat
Yes, please.
the other European database you are
EBI. It is called
here.
EBI.
Okay,
European Bioinformatics Institute. What I've written here. The
okay,
right.
sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes. So and then I told about NCBI. It's a part of PubChem. Clear? Sorry, PubChem, a part of NCBI. There they have the results of 2D structures. What is 2D? What is 3D? You will go for 2D movies, 3D movies, right? In theaters. What is 3D?
3-dimensional.
3-dimension. What are the 3 dimensions?
Sir, X, Y, and Z axis means.
Fantastic. X, Y, Z. Can you please expand? What are those X, Y, Z?
Sir, X and Y axis are the visible ones. Means on the graph we draw and all. The Z axis is kind of goes from middle of the. I can't explain the exact.
Yeah. So it's a third angle. Am I right? Correct. You are right. See, these are all coordinates. My dear friends, what are those? Coordinates. Correct. So 3 coordinates are there. In the case of 2D, see, whatever the diagram I'm showing is just a 2D. But this picture can be a lightly 3D, like it should project out. Clear? That is called Z coordinate. So in protein structures, I said now in the receptors. So this rat might have some receptor where the ligand is going to bind and make the rat cure. So those receptors might be already modeled or determined using X-ray, NMR. Clear? So there is a flow chart. Like you have to understand, sequence leads to structure and structure leads to protein. Clear? Sorry, structure leads to function. You guys are getting the flow? Sequence, I'm sorry for the writing. My pen is missing here. But anyhow, you can relate, I guess. Sequence leads to structure and structure leads to function. FN stands for function. The same way, the 3D structures will result in the function of the compounds. Clear, my dear friends? Any doubt in it? By this way, we can sort out the problem of in silico. Good. If you guys have no doubts, I will be happy to look at your hands raised. So it's ensure that no one is left out without doubt. If anyone is left with doubt, I'm happy to answer. Keep your hands raised until we say to lower, please. Okay, only 18 people are active. What about others? It's showing that 30 participants were there. Okay, my dear friends, others, I request you to be active so that you can make a complete use of this program. Clear? Thank you all. You can lower your hands. Okay. It is not SCR. Philip have asked a question. It's not SCR. I'm sorry, it is SEQ. I'm putting in the chat. So sequence. See, we have a protein sequence, correct? That by understanding sequence, we can retrieve the structure of that. By understanding the structure of it, we can understand the function of it. Clear? I put in the chat. Sequence leads to structure and structure leads to protein. Thank you. Thank you, Philip. Any other doubts? David has it. You can lower your hand. Thank you. Yes. Now, I have bound it, man. I took the 2D structure of the compounds and I have just bound it. For example, I told na this caryophyllene is active against these plants, correct? What I did here there, I took the caryophyllene and I took a protein in apoptosis. Have you guys heard of the term called apoptosis? What is apoptosis?
Yes, a cell death.
Programmed cell death.
Programmed
Yeah,
cell death.
Programmed cell death.
Fantastic, fantastic. It's called programmed cell death. So if I target this protein, I can 100% sure that the programmed cell death might be stopped. Clear? Yes. So it's a kind of a protein called AKB. You can later look at this protein, aurora kinase B. This protein have been blocked by this four isoforms of caryophyllene, like alpha caryophyllene, beta caryophyllene, caryophyllene oxide, and isocaryophyllene. So everyone have bound at the same binding pocket. Okay, same binding pocket, but there is a difference. Can you look at the difference, my dear friends? What you can understand from this table?
Sir, I guess the more the negative score is, the greater is the binding and the
Okay.
activity for inhibition activity.
Okay, which you claim as a more negative?
Sir, beta caryophyllene.
Yes, 7.25, correct?
Yes, sir.
Even though
Sir,
hydrophobic.
are these,
Yes.
sir, is this on the basis of the hydrophobic and the hydrophilic interactions of the lichens with the
Protein. Yes.
target?
Yes. So actually, these kind of interactions, more than hydrophobic, there is another parameter called hydrogen bond. Okay. Hydrophobic and hydrogen bonds all are called as non-covalent interactions. What are they called? Non-covalent interactions. Have you studied about covalent and non-covalent in your school chemistry? If not, take it as a homework again, along with your previous homework. Like I told you about a database, right? And same along with it, you can also take study about what are the possible non-covalent interactions and come prepare the assignment. Clear, my dear friends?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, yes. Please.
Sir, the halogen interactions, if are there, they are non-covalent interactions, right? Or
Yes. What is covalent, non-covalent? You have to be specific on it.
sir, covalent means sharing of two equivalent,
Outer shell electrons.
Yes.
So outer shell electrons will be shared. I don't want to take into chemistry class, but you can have an idea. Okay.
Yes.
Hydrogen atom, if it want to become a helium, like its noble gas configuration, it have to share the electrons.
Yes.
Where the sharing of electrons is mutual.
Yes, and in non-covalent, it's shifted to one atom only, or kind of.
Yeah, it can be a donor or acceptor concept.
Yes.
Where that kind of interaction is not strong enough.
Okay.
So those kind of interactions are required for drug binding assays. Clear? See,
Yes,
this
sir.
is just a glimpse of it. Don't worry, while you're doing practically, you guys will learn a lot.
Yes, sir.
I'm 100% sure about
so
it.
means you are saying non-covalent interactions are important for drug binding?
Exactly. Non-covalent interactions are very important for any drug binding assay.
Okay.
Because this interaction is not permanent. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, the drug will stay in your body for a longer time.
No.
It have to stay for a certain period, like acute period.
Yes.
But in the acute period also, it have to bind with your receptor promptly.
Yes,
See, I'm
sir.
giving a handshake. I'm giving a handshake. This handshake is for a limited period, but should be strong enough. Correct?
Yes.
That's the concept. And these says about number of interactions, like which amino acid is going to interact. I know I'm going to give you a lot of homework, but no other go. If you guys do this, and the remaining 14 days will be easy for you. Are you guys familiar with these alphabets? What are those alphabets?
Sir, this must
Any
be,
guess?
sir, is it okay if I, or anyone want
Yes,
to?
yes, please answer. Yes.
Sir,
Three.
this is the phenylalanine code, means amino acid codes.
Correct.
These
So,
are the residual number, means.
okay, how many amino acids are then?
Sir, phenylalanine, then valine is there, tyrosine is there, isoleucine is there, and I'm not. E is for aspartic acid, I guess. I'm not sure about
Okay.
that.
What about glutamic acid then?
Yeah,
Don't
glutamic
worry.
acid.
E is glutamic
Glutamic
acid.
acid, yes.
Yeah, E is.
And D
What
is
is
the
Y then?
aspartic acid. And S is serine.
Fantastic.
Y is tyrosine.
Y is
Yes, Y is
tyrosine.
tyrosine.
Yeah.
I is isoleucine.
Okay, you guys might have learned Leninger or any basic biochemistry book. Okay. So, my dear friends, those who do not know about these, please learn the 1-letter code of. Okay, please learn the 1-letter code of amino acids. Clear? So, welcome to the world of drug discovery. In this drug discovery, you have to know about the chemical names. You have to know about the alphabets. Here, A is not for apple. A for alanine. Clear? Okay. So like that, learn about the 1-letter code of each and every amino acids. And this is the second number is what? What are those 101, 141 denotes?
Residue number.
Yeah, positions. What are the position of those particular residues? Clear? Can you see here? See, under the drug, even though they are lying near the packets, they have different residue positions. It's F72, phenylalanine 77. Can you see here? Can you have an idea? This is the picture of one of my papers which we submitted recently, but you can have an idea on this. Okay. So before I conclude, let us try to understand. There are different types of drug discovery process. One is structure-based drug discovery, system-based, and ligand-based. So our 30 days program, this remaining 14 days program will all based upon the structure-based, right? Like molecular modeling, protein structure prediction, molecular docking, and dynamics. Other formats are there, like network pharmacology, QSA modeling are there. If interested, you can explore Neighborman opportunities to learn about this. To have a flow, we are going with structure-based, in which just now we discovered like how to discover the target, how to find the hit, how the hit will transform into lead, and not preclinical and clinical trials. This requires experimental validation, which you can do in your future. Fine. This is an overview about drug discovery process. So what kind of drug discovery process we are going to see in the remaining days?
Structure-based.
SPDD. Clear? Structure-based drug discovery. Other things you can guys can have a look later. Ligand-based and system-based. Right. When you're doing structure-based drug discovery, what you have to understand? It's like a win-win. I know my protein, I know my ligand. Then what kind of design I have to go? SBDD. Clear? Guys, you
So
can
can you
relate
repeat?
this. Yes. See, there are 4 coordinates, man. This first coordinate, both K. I know my ligand and I know my protein. Clear? For example, in the beginning of this class, I told I know caryophyllin will cure the colon cancer. Clear? This is also known. This is also known. You got it now?
Sir.
So in such case, what kind of drug discovery process I have to move on? I want everyone's cooperation. SBDD. Yes. In such a case, I do not know my protein. I know only my ligand. For example, you are such a kind of a lab, coming from the lab that you have a ligand, set of ligands. You're working in some plant, or you are working in some marine source. You took the organism out of it and found there are multiple valuable bioactive compounds are present in that. And you want to know the application of it. In such case, you have to go for LBDD, ligand-based drug discovery. Clear? Which involves QSAR, so and so, virtual screening, and so and so. Okay, that is a case where I do not know my ligand and I do not know my protein even. Fine. In such case, I have to go for high throughput screening, HTS, where I do not know my ligand, but I know my protein. In such case, I have to go for virtual screening, where 100 or thousands of compounds can be screened against a particular protein. Clear, my dear friends? If you are clear, I will be happy to look at your raised hands. Only 12. That's it. Any doubts? I would be happy to answer. Clear? Okay, thank you all. You can lower your hands. Okay. David, actually HT refers to high throughput screening. So high throughput screening will be done when there is the information about both ligand and structure is not available. Okay, that is called HT, high throughput. Okay, thank you all. In such case, that's all about today's lecture. And in future, as I've explained by Ms. Bhavan in the beginning, our coordinator in the beginning, we'll have a proper class from tomorrow. For that, I request you to install Linux. So Linux can be installed by an option called WSL. So how many of you are having Linux properly? Do you guys have Linux background? Have installed Linux in your system already? Oh, great. Okay, first of all, let me have a check about how many of you are having Windows. Those who are having Windows, please raise your hands again. And I humbly request, don't attend the session in mobile. Okay. If you're attending in mobile, there is no use. You have to use your laptops. Then only you can demonstrate this. Good. 18 people are having Windows. And one is having Linux. Philip is having Linux, but he not used it so far. Okay. Lena is having Mac OS. How many of, thank you. Lower your hands, Windows users. Thank you. Everyone lower your hands. Come on, Mac OS, please raise your hands. Mac OS. Only one. Right. So why I'm asking, however, we'll give link for everyone to install, but you have to find how to install Linux. There is a beautiful option called WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux. Windows Subsystem, you can type, okay, Windows Subsystem for Linux. If you type it, it's available everywhere, how to install it. Anyhow, I'll give the link tomorrow, but to avoid the confusion, you can install well before tomorrow's class. Clear? So be ready with tomorrow's class. Then followed by, in the day 3, we will look at the literature. How to understand each and every tools, drugs we will understand. Then primary structure prediction, secondary structure prediction, followed by homology modeling and structure validation. These 2 classes will be handled by our expert, Dr. Vasavi ma'am. Then followed by that, we'll have an individual assessment for group allocation. So my dear friends, what you have to understand clear is right from the day 2, you should be very active. Okay, all the things have to be documented properly, because based on your performance, we will allocate group. Of course, all 30 of you are very good, I know, but anyhow, the best out of the best will make teams. So to our discussion, I think 5 per team or 4 per team. Ms. Bhavani, do we have any update on number of persons in a team?
Yes, Dr. Chandru, it will be 5 per team.
Oh, great. Thank you. So guys, I hope you got it. It is 5 per team. So the best 5, for example, they are having more than 90 out of 100. Though those who cross 90, those people will be put in the same group. So there is no doubt in it. So try to perform well. However, others, we won't leave you, but this is a kind of a competitive spirit, a sportsmanship. So in that way, perform well. Okay. So all those classes are important. So don't skip any classes. Even you couldn't able to listen to the class, listen to the recorded session and come back to our discussion. Clear? Then followed by molecular docking. And in day 8, see the previous ones are individual performance. But after day 7, you guys will be put into groups. Okay. The previously I required 30 assignments. 30 different sheets we will evaluate. Then later on, we will evaluate only 6 sheets. That is 6 groups. Then docking analysis. And we will brief about the mini project pipeline. Then we will go for doubt clarification. And there will be final assessment. Fine. And people who are registered for 3 months program, the same protein will be expanded for their dynamics work. Because only with docking, nowadays it's not possible to publish a paper. So we require dynamics to push the paper into some decent impact factor journals. Hope you all have an idea about what is called impact factor. Scopus indexed. If you guys doesn't have an idea, please go and study about this. What are those? Why a research article is important for your career? Okay, everything you will have a look at. And I request you to make use of this opportunity.
Sir, what is SG plus?
Sorry?
What have you written? SG?
SCOPUS, Scopus.
Okay.
It's a kind of indexing. Okay. See, we have to publish in a good quality journal. So it will be indexed by Scopus. Scopus will be provided by a publisher called Elsevier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. They have to index the journal. Then only that journal is recognized. If you apply for foreign universities for any fellowships, even in Indian universities today, okay, they require for good quality work, research work. So that's all, my dear friends. Hope you enjoyed my lecture, and thank you all for your active participation. Any last few doubts? I'm happy to answer. If not, we can wind up.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you just repeat the homework, sir, what we should do?
Yes. So the first homework will be regarding this one. I told you about NGBI databases, correct? However, we'll give a statement. What are the things to be done? But those who are listening now can note. One is about the NGBI databases. The second thing is about 20 amino acid properties, particularly 1-letter codes. That's all I guess. Anything else I have added?
Covalent and non-covalent.
Yeah, good. And finally, covalent and non-covalent. You also can learn about what are the types of non-covalent interactions. Again, it is out of interest I am giving this homework. This is not added up for your evaluation. This is for your spirit. You have to learn. You can write and put in Google Classroom. Ms. Bhavani, am I right? They have to put in Classroom?
Yes, Chandru, we will be posting this question in the classroom. So in the respective field, they can post their answers.
Yes.
So
make use
for
of
that, I request all the participants to join our classroom.
So please be active in all the possible social media like Telegram, Google Classroom. Okay, be active in all online media platform so that we can keep in touch. From day 2 onwards, your evaluation process will start. Okay, you have to keep on adding up in a Word document, and you have to submit the results on the end of day 7 altogether. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you repeat about the homework related to 20 amino acids? I didn't get it.
Yeah, we need to write about the 1-letter code. So don't worry about the clarity of the questions. We'll post it in the Google Classroom.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other doubts? If not so, I'm very happy to be a part of this wonderful program and meet you all young and fresh minds. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Chandru.
Thank you.
And I thank all the participants for joining us today and making this inauguration a success one. A special thanks to Dr. Chandru for his guidance and comment. I also
Thank you.
request all the yes, thank you. I also request all the participants to share the feedback link. Link has been shared in the chat. We request you to give your genuine feedback about the session and also any suggestions which you have for our upcoming sessions. So please do fill it out. Wishing all the best. Let's meet tomorrow by the same time. Thank you all once.